Hello and welcome to my evaluation for Apple Music. Apple Music is a streaming service developed by Apple. It costs $9.99 a month, and if you're a student, it is $4.99 a month. So the first thing we're going to look at is how the app itself is organized, and with that, we're going to use Latch. The first category for Latch is location. Everything is in its place. So on this main page, we have the library, and on the next page, there's For You, there's another tab for browsing, there's another tab for radio, and there's another tab for search. And under each tab, there are subsections. So library has your playlist, your artists, your albums, your songs, and all the music that's downloaded into your phone. There's also a recently added tab under playlist as well, under library as well. For You has your recently played, and different playlists are made just for you. Under browse, you have new album of the week out, um, and you have some new music at the bottom as well. Under radio, you have different radios that goes towards what you're listening to, and different radios you've listened to before. Under search, it has a search bar and your recent search and also trending search currently. So next is alphabetical. If you go under artist, everything's categorized by the artist's first name. If you go under songs, it's categorized by um, the artist themselves. So not the song name, but the actual name of the artist. I haven't seen if there's a way to change that yet. If you go under downloaded music, you get the same tab you had before, except these are all the music already in your phone. Up next, we have time. If you're under recently added, you'll notice that your music you just added are showing up by the order they're added. So, Endless Love by Lionel Richie was the last song we added, whereas Jingle Bell Rock by various artists was the um, the oldest song we've added in the past couple of days. Next, we're going to look at the effect of color. The main colors are black, white, and red. The black and white symbolizes a classy and professional look, whereas the red adds that dominance and authority to it. Next, we're going to look at legibility, which is the visual clarity of text, generally based on size, typeface, contrast, line length, and spacing. Apple does a great job of that. If you go through the app, you'll see that darker text are used on a lighter backgrounds. The text, even if they're like a brighter color, they don't fade into the background. And it's not such a harsh color where you have to squint when you're looking at it. It's a color that's pleasing to the eyes. Even when they use lighter colors like gray on the white background, the gray still is dark enough where you can still read it and it's not faded. The next thing we're going to look at is the 80-20 rule, which states that a high percentage of effects in any large system is caused by a low percentage of variables. So if we look at Apple's design, they've designed a lot of different things, and they're known for how clean and simple their designs are. In my opinion, Apple Music is a bit cluttered. There's a bit of too much of trying to make it pretty that it doesn't function. Some things don't function the way it should. For instance, recently played, that is a lot. This could just be 6. It doesn't need to be the whole page where I'm scrolling. If I need to see all of those music, I can just go into my music and find it. Um, Another thing that I don't like is that um, these playlists are so called made for you. They aren't. Sometimes I feel as though these playlists are just thrown there just as something for you to have. I don't feel them actually. Um, I don't think they're actually made based on the kind of music I listen to. Another thing Apple does is they do a good job in offering feedback to things that cause user frustrations. Like, for instance, we're inside songs and we're trying to play a song. It says item is not available. This item cannot be played, but we don't know why. It doesn't really give feedback as to why the song cannot be played. If I got this song from Apple Music and downloaded it, added it to my added it to my playlist, then why is it not there for me to play? Why can't I not play in it? Why are they grayed out? I don't know. It just comes and say item cannot be played, and that's a bit frustrating because you don't have anything else, anything to go from that. There's no click here for help or click here to find out why. So if the song is in the app, then why is it not allowing me to play it? Why did it give me the option of downloading it if I can't play it? And if the song is gone, then why doesn't it just go away instead of me actually going through and seeing these grayed out music and wondering what's going on? And all, Apple Music is a great product. It does have a lot of work that needs to be added to it. There's some things that it requires that it doesn't have still. It doesn't meet the user experience. Um, would I recommend Apple Music? Not really. I'm more of a Spotify user instead of this myself, although it is cheaper than Spotify in terms of student discount. But Spotify has more, let's call it underground music, music of different cultures, music that aren't just from these pop culture artists.